Today's the day. I'm going to make my dreams happen. Okay, that didn't work so well, but today's the day. I'm going to make my dreams happen. Oh shoot, I forgot, but today's the day for sure. Oh well, it was probably a dumb idea anyway.
Stop! Yeesh. You are a wonderful person. You give your best efforts to your family, your community, and whatever you try. You deserve success, right? So why doesn't it all just come together for you? The reason is simple. You stink at chasing your dreams. Now don't be too hard on yourself. You try, and you're not alone. In the dream chasing world, there are a lot of stinkers out there. But it's time to change. With Ringminder, I'd like to show you how you can finally make these dreams that have been floating around your head finally come to life. And who am I? My name is Kirk Edwards. It's nice to meet you. You see, there are two major areas keeping you from reaching your dreams. The first are barriers. Have you felt like the minute you set your heart on a dream that the whole world starts working against you? You may be onto something. Let me show you an example. Have you ever dropped a stick in the middle of a line of ants? The first few ants get confused and start wandering around in the wrong direction because suddenly there is a large barrier in their path. Now, besides feeling like a bit of a jerk because you made some ant late for their appointment, this example shows you how barriers work in your dream-chasing process. You think all will be well, but after just a few steps you see a big stick in the way, and it can confuse or discourage you from your path. After working with people for a straight year, I've been able to identify 8 barriers that knock them off their path. So let's get started tackling those barriers. Now this is way too much info to try to cram into one video, so I've broken it up a bit. Make sure you sign up to receive the complete video training. First we'll tackle Barrier 1. You dream big, so you go home. Dreams are not only a lot of fun to have, I'd argue that they are important. Have you ever met someone with no dreams and hopes for the future? They are not the kind of people I'd like at my party. Most people can dream about things that seem way too far out of their reach, and as good as these dreams are, when they try to jump into them and make them happen, they find themselves not knowing where to start and quickly getting overwhelmed. And that's where a lot of people stop. It's just too big, too overwhelming, and too much work, so they let it fizzle out and go unfulfilled. Here's how to get over this barrier. You've got to break it down. And the way I recommend is this: dreams, goals, action items. When you divide your dreams down into goals or milestones you can reach in a given amount of time, and then break down those goals into actions you can take today or in the near future, suddenly it seems more possible. Take the example of finding a better job. Your dream is to get a great new job, so you break that down into goals like, I'm going to create an error-free resume by next Tuesday, and by the end of the month I will have applied for 10 companies I'd love to work for. Then you break down those goals into actions like, write my previous job history paragraphs, write my special skills, find 3 references, have 5 people proofread it, have 5 more people proofread the corrected version, and so on. Make a list of companies you'd love to work for. Call or check each company website to see if they are hiring. Find out where to send the resumes, who to send them to, and write a cover letter for each job. Send these to the right people, make follow-up calls, and so on. There, instead of wishing for a better job, you now know the steps to make it happen, and you can start knocking actions off your checklist. Now the next problem happens right here. Barrier 2. You don't know what a goal is. Recently, Ringminder did a Facebook contest where we asked people to write in one goal they were working on. We saw submissions like, I want to be nicer to my kids, or I want to get a good job after I graduate, or I want to write a book. Borrowing from How I Met Your Mother? Oh, honey. These type of goals actually aren't goals. They're wishes. If you are going to achieve the goal part of the formula, you need to set actual goals. To help you do that, Ringminder recommends the SMART or SMART formula. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-sensitive. The first of these criteria is specific. Specific means that you understand exactly what you are trying to accomplish. It is the opposite of vague. I want to lose 25 pounds, or I want to make $8,000 more per year are much better than saying I want to lose weight or I want to make more money. M stands for measurable, which means putting a finish line on your goal. Put down criteria so you know when your goal is achieved. For example, if you want to be a nicer person, one of your goals could be to write 5 thank you cards. You'll know your goal is complete when those 5 thank you cards are written and sent. The A, or attainable trait of SMART goals, is probably the hardest to grasp. Attainable means that it is realistic and it can be achieved using the resources that are within your power. Setting a goal that you want to inherit $1 million from a rich relative is an example of something that falls outside this realm, especially if your relatives aren't rich, because you are trying to control a decision that is beyond your control. In this case, a relative trying to decide, who do I leave my last million to? Sometimes it also means a dose of reality. Not everyone is built to play in the NFL or be President of the United States or win American Idol or a whole myriad of other things we often dream, but some are. Look at yourself and the talents you were blessed with, and based on those, create the best life for yourself. The R in SMART stands for relevant. Sometimes there is a confusion between what is relevant and the attainable trait. Here is how you can make the distinction. When you are evaluating if a goal is attainable, you are looking out into the future and seeing if you can get from where you are to where you want to be. If you are looking at the relevancy of a goal, then you are looking at the current situation and seeing if your dream can fit into your life. Look at your finances, time, energy, and support and see how your goals are going to fit. The final part of the SMART goal equation is to put a time limit on it. If you leave a time limit on your goal as forever, that is exactly how long it's going to take. It is usually pretty easy to add on a time qualifier as well. Take the rest of your SMART goal and add a by at the end of it. For example, I want to lose 20 pounds by the end of March, or I want to pay off my credit card by the end of the year. Realize the time aspect often works a lot better on goals than dreams. I want to be the world hot dog eating champion by 2016 is not as effective as I will be able to eat 20 hot dogs in one sitting by the end of September, which is why it's important to break dreams down into goals. Wow, we're running out of time on this video, so let me share one more concern goal setters face when starting out on their goals. It's kind of funny. A lot of people go through this process of breaking down their dreams and setting the right kind of goals, and then they just forget to do them. They even write them down to help remind them, and then they don't look at that list again until months later. What you need is a system, an effective way to keep track of your daily steps and remind you to do them. And that's what Ringminder is all about, and where the power of what we do helps you finally succeed on your goals. Ringminder is a complete goal setting and achievement system. Here's how it works. When you sign up for a free account, you get access to other training videos in the series. You also get access to a database full of helpful articles. This is updated weekly. I'm starting to sound like an infomercial here, so I'm going to stop there. Now, all of this stuff is super valuable material. We could and one day will charge for all of this information. But because you are getting in early, we are offering all of this to you for free. We just love you and want you to succeed. Let me just preview the next video so you can see how valuable this information is. Next time, I will be knocking down 3 of the remaining 6 barriers to help you achieve your goals. I'm going to tell you how to edit your goals so you are working on the most important ones first. I'm going to talk about the difference between letting go of a dream that's not meant to work out and letting excuses overtake your dream. I'm also going to talk about getting motivated when the going gets tough and you feel like you want to quit. These videos will come a few days apart because you need a chance to digest and figure out how to implement all of the material I'm giving you. Once you've completed this initial series, you will be ready to sign up for the full Ringminder program. That's right, you won't even be allowed to join the full program until you've seen and had the chance to read through this information. When we first started, we gave all of this information in the full program up front. And what we realized is people were either becoming overwhelmed with all of the tools we had available, or they didn't use the tools because they had never taken the time to figure out how powerful they are. I don't want that to happen to you. I want this to be eye-opening, motivating, inspiring, and a life-changing process for you. If you're ready to take this journey, sign up now. And if you're still not convinced, just watch this trailer and hopefully you'll see it's time. Time to change, time to chase those dreams, time to realize the power to succeed is in your hands.